What if I told you there's a city where ancient traditions and hypermodern technology don't just coexist, they dance together? A place where you can touch the clouds from one of the world's tallest skyscrapers in the morning and seek blessings at a centuries old temple in the afternoon, where the streets buzz with an electric energy fueled by some of the most incredible food you will ever taste. But just a short ride away, a quiet world of misty mountains and soothing hot springs is waiting for you. This is a city of heart, of soul, and of incredible contrasts. This is Taipei. My day started early with a landing at Taipei's airport. The immigration process was quick and soon I was on the high speed MRT, gliding from the airport right into the city center. The efficiency was amazing, but the last leg of my journey was a different story. My hotel for the day was the Fullon Hotel Taipei East, was just on the outskirts near the Taipei Zoo. Getting there involved changing to a bus, which was quite confusing. Some locals tried to help, but even they couldn't figure out the route for me. It was a reminder that sometimes, even in the most modern cities, travel can be a real adventure. I finally got my room in the afternoon, and after a few hours of rest, it was time for the main event, the New Year's fireworks at Elephant Mountain. Okay, so I've made it up to the mountain, and the area is packed. It's full of local youngsters, all with their gear set up, and finding a good spot is tough. But I think I've found one. The view is incredible. After a collective countdown, the show began. It was amazing. For nearly 10 minutes, I felt so lucky to witness something so spectacular. With the show over, I wandered into the city. The streets were full of people celebrating the new year, enjoying the moment. And even though it was crowded, I felt extremely safe. But the biggest challenge of the night was still ahead, getting a cab back to my hotel on the New Year's Eve. I was having a lot of difficulty in booking a ride. That's when I asked a group of local girls for help. And what they did next completely overwhelmed me. They weren't just helpful, they waited for me, just for me, for almost 2 hours in the middle of the night to make sure I got a cab. They even offered to pay for my taxi. I was speechless. I have never seen such helpful and kind people in any country I visited. It was a powerful reminder that travel isn't just about the sights you see, but the people you meet. Taiwanese people are amazing. My first day in Taipei was a whirlwind of breathtaking moments and heartwarming encounters. I couldn't wait to see what the next day would bring. I started my day 2 at Maokong Gondola, Zhinan Temple station. The Maokong Gondola is a cable car system that connects the city to the scenic Maokong mountain area, famous for tea plantations and stunning views of Taipei. The Zhinan Temple station is one of the stops, and it's the gateway to the beautiful Zhinan Temple. The ride up was magical. A light drizzle, clouds hugging the mountains, and even Taipei 101 peeking through in a distance. As soon as I stepped out of the station, I saw these trees filled with charms left by visitors. From here, the walk to Zhinan Temple was short and easy, and the views along the way were breathtaking. Zhinan Temple is a Taoist temple dating back to the 19th century. The whole place felt serene and peaceful, almost like stepping away from the busy city into another world. Inside, I paid my respects, admired the pantheon of Taoist gods and celestial kings, and even saw a Taoist temple bell. Bells like these are an important part of Taoist rituals. They rung to invite the gods, drive away negative energy, and bring spiritual clarity. On the upper level of the temple, there are more shrines, halls, and open terraces, perfect for soaking in the surrounding mountain views. I also lit an incense stick as part of my prayer. From here, the sight of the mountains blanketed in clouds and Taipei 101 in a distance was unforgettable. Honestly, it felt like the best start to my new year. After that, I headed back to the Gondola to continue my journey towards the Maokong Tea Plantation area. This region is known as Taipei's tea capital. The hills here are covered with plantations producing high quality teas, and the gondola ride itself is an adventure. Some cabins even have transparent glass floors, making the experience even more thrilling. My next stop was the famous Redwood Tea House. The staff here was so welcoming. They immediately helped me carry my stuff inside and even took my wet raincoat and placed it outside to dry. Such a nice touch. Now, time for some food. I ordered a vegan mushroom soup, but since I was a solo traveler, no one warned me about the portion size. It was huge, definitely meant for 3 to 4 people. I tried my best but couldn't finish it, so I packed the rest to go. Later, I discovered an even better seating option one floor below, open air overlooking the mountains. I ordered a fruit tea and just sat there, enjoying the view with every sip. It was one of those slow, perfect travel moments. By evening, I checked into my next hotel, Ark Hotel, right in the city center. Honestly, it was just okay, nothing special. If you'd like to see my full review of this hotel, click on the I button on the top right. After settling in, I headed to the most happening place in Taipei, the Ximending walking district. Think of it as Taipei's version of Shibuya or Harajuku. The area is full of neon lights, shops, restaurants, street food, and even claw machine arcades. It's young, vibrant, and a must visit if you're in the city. I stopped by at a popular Shimen mango shaved ice. It's one of those popular places that's always talked about online. I ordered their mango shaved ice cream, but honestly, it was a bit of a letdown. For dinner, I tried something unique, a 24-hour DIY ramen shop called Annalamoon. It's a self-service ramen restaurant where you can customize your bowl. They even had vegetarian options. The staff was super friendly, guiding me step by step on how to prepare my meal. The best part, it was affordable and fun. Definitely recommended for any ramen lover. I've added the Google Maps location in the description.
Right. We'll use the chopstick to stir, then the cheese to go around.
Okay.
And the water will stop by itself. And the black area is very hot. You don't touch it.
Okay.
This is the countdown.
Okay.
Welcome to day 3 in Taipei. After the tranquility of the mountains yesterday, today was about diving deep into the history and spiritual heart of the city. My first stop was the National Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Park. This is easily one of the most prominent historical landmarks in Taiwan. It was created in the memory of Generalissimo Chiang Kai-shek, the former president of the Republic of China. The sheer scale of this place is humbling. The octagonal blue roof represents the number 8, a symbol of abundance and good fortune in Asian culture, while the white walls symbolize equality. But the real highlight here happens every hour on the hour. The changing of the guard ceremony. The precision, the discipline, and the perfect coordination of the guards is absolutely outstanding to witness in person. The sound of their boots echoing is something else. If you want to watch the complete uncut ceremony, click on the I button on the top right. From the Memorial Hall, I took a walk towards the Taipei North Gate. Constructed in the Qing dynasty, this is the only one of Taipei's 5 original gates that still looks exactly as it did when it was built in 1884. Unfortunately, luck wasn't on my side today. It was under renovation. It was a bit of a bummer not to see it in its full glory, but even through the scaffolding, you can feel the history. However, facing the gate is a hidden gem, Mountain Kid's coffee roaster, and the menu had something that caught my eye immediately, the peanut chino. Yes, a peanut-based cappuccino. It sounds strange, but it was amazing, creamy, nutty, and the perfect caffeine kick to keep me moving. Refueled, I headed to the famous Lungshan Temple in the Dihua district. Built in 1738, this isn't just a tourist spot, it is the spiritual heart of Taipei. It's a masterpiece of traditional Chinese architecture, surviving wars and natural disasters, standing as a symbol of the Taiwanese people's resilience. The atmosphere here is intense and beautiful. I wanted to pay my respects, but I didn't know how. Thankfully, some locals stepped in to guide me on how to pray using the moon blocks or Jiao Bei. These crescent-shaped wooden blocks are how you ask the gods questions. You hold them, ask your question, and drop them. If one lands flat side up and the other curved side up, that's a yes. The gods agree. If both land flat side up, that's a no. The gods disagree. And if both land curved sides up, that means the gods are laughing, or the question is irrelevant. You can throw them 3 times to seek affirmation. It was a fascinating way to connect with the culture. The rear section of the temple was incredible, hosting a variety of folk deities. There's Mazu, the goddess of the sea, Wenchang Dijun, the god of literature, popular with students, Guan Yu, the god of war, and Yu Lao, the matchmaker god of love. There is truly a god here for every worry you might have. As the sun set, my stomach started growling. It was time for the Ningxia night market. This place is a food paradise, slightly more compact than others but packed with Michelin recognized stalls. First up, peanut ice cream rolls, shaved peanut brittle, ice cream, and cilantro wrapped in a thin crepe. It sounds wild, but the mix of textures was amazing. Next, a baked potato loaded with veggies and drowning in cheese. Absolutely mouth-watering. But you can't come to Taiwan without facing the final boss, Stinky Tofu. It's fermented tofu with a smell that, well, let's just say you can smell it from a block away. I was terrified, but surprisingly, I liked it. The smell is strong, but the taste is mild, savory, and the texture is perfectly crispy. Don't let the nose fool you, it's actually delicious. Day 3 was a journey for the soul and the stomach. Welcome to day 4. After days of exploring the concrete jungle, it was time to escape to nature. Today I am heading to Beitou. Beitou is Taipei's famous hot spring district, sitting right on top of the volcanic basin. Because of the geothermal activity here, the area is packed with natural hot springs rich in sulfur, which locals believe has amazing healing properties for the skin and muscles. I started at the free Sulphur Springs Valley Feed Pool. After walking thousands of steps over the last few days, dipping my feet into this warm, mineral-rich water was instantly refreshing. But I wanted to get closer to the source. I headed north to the Sulphur Valley. Seeing the steam hiss and rise from the ground up close is a completely different experience. It feels like the earth is breathing. I did a short trek around the perimeter to catch the valley from different angles, and the views were Jurassic. All that trekking worked up a thirst, so I stopped by a spot called Tea Colors Cafe. I tried their soya bean, which honestly was just average. But the smoked plum tea, that was amazing. Smoky, tart, and refreshing. Then it was time for the main attraction, the Thermal Valley, often called Hell Valley by locals. This is the source of Beitou's hot spring water. The water here is scalding hot, near boiling, and it creates this constant mystical blanket of sulfuric mist over the jade green water. It's hauntingly beautiful. I couldn't leave without taking a proper dip myself. I found a hot spring house and took a full bathing experience. Let me tell you, I walked out of there feeling brand new, rejuvenated, and ready for dinner. For dinner, I headed to the legendary Shilin night market. In my opinion, this is the best night market in Taipei. It's the biggest, the loudest, and the most famous for a reason. It's a maze of food, fun, and fashion. I started my food journey with these giant French fries. They come in tons of flavors and they were absolutely lip smacking. crunchy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. Next, I grabbed some baos. Fluffy, savory, and incredibly economical. You can feast here without breaking the bank. But the star of the night, these giant grilled mushrooms. If you know me, you know I'm a huge mushroom fan, and I was on cloud nine eating this. Juicy with a deep smoky char from the grill and those sweet tangy barbecue notes. Perfection. Shilin isn't just about food, it's a vibe. There are games, endless clothing shops, and toys everywhere. But the main attraction that stops everyone in their tracks is this huge 3D LED screen. It uses naked eye 3D technology, so it looks like this tiger is literally jumping out of the building to say hello. It's super futuristic. On my way back to the hotel, I spotted this architectural marvel, the Taipei Performing Arts Center. It's famous for this massive sphere protruding from the side, which actually houses one of the auditoriums. It's designed by the famous architecture firm OMA and is meant to look like a planet docking into a cube. A fittingly futuristic end to an amazing day. Welcome to day 5. I started my morning in the Ximen area. This is the center of Taiwan's youth culture, a pedestrian paradise packed with trendy boutiques, anime stores, and an undeniable energy. Right in the middle of this modern buzz stands the Red House. Built in 1908, this is Taipei's most well preserved historic market building. It's an octagonal structure that has transformed from a market to a cinema, and now it's a hub for creative and the LGBTQ community, filled with unique local artists and designers. Nearby, I found a unique spot called Healing Herbar. It's not just a cafe, it's a modern take on a traditional Chinese herbal apothecary. They actually customize the tea based on your current symptoms or how you're feeling physically. The tea they brewed for me was refreshing and amazing. It felt personal, like a prescription for relaxation. From the historic ground level, I headed to the star attraction of the city, Taipei 101. Standing 508 meters tall, this engineering marvel was once the tallest building in the world. Its design resembles a bamboo stalk, rising section by section, symbolizing growth and prosperity. I bought my tickets on Klook, which I highly recommend. It was super convenient. I got the physical ticket in the blink of an eye. However, getting up there was a different story. There was a long queue to go to the top of the tower, so be prepared to wait a bit. There are 2 ticket options, the standard 89th floor or the combined 89th plus the top 101 floor. I went for the combo since the price difference wasn't much, and it was worth it. You are allowed to spend 1 hour on the top floor, and it's a totally different vibe. The 101st floor had many photo points and plenty of places to sit where I could just relax, as there wasn't much crowd at all. The 360-degree panoramic view is unmatched. I could see everything, from the tiny elephant mountain we climbed on day 1 to the memorial hall and the airport. I stepped out onto the outdoor deck just as the sun started to set. It gets quite windy up here, But breathing in that air at this altitude is exhilarating. Watching the city turn golden, it was honestly one of the best views I've ever seen. I headed down to the 89th floor to explore. It was definitely more crowded than the top, but there were decorations everywhere. But the real highlight here is a feat of physics. This is a tuned mass damper. It's a 660-ton steel sphere suspended between the 87th and the 92nd floors. It's not just for show. This giant ball acts like a pendulum to counteract the building's swaying during strong winds and earthquakes. It literally keeps the tower safe. I finally went to the outdoor area again for the night view, and it was breathtaking. I was in awe as I just couldn't get enough of this amazing view. Seeing the city light up from this height is an experience that stays with you. Back on the ground, the magic continued. The area around Taipei 101 was decked out in beautiful Christmas decorations, making the walk to the station feel like a movie scene. For dinner, I decided to visit Raohe Night Market. This market packs a ton of flavor into a single 600-meter street. I started with a classic sweet potato balls, crispy on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, a perfect snack. Then some Taiwanese style battered veggies, light and crunchy coating, but the veggies inside stayed soft and juicy. And yes, I went for round 2 of Stinky Tofu. I think I'm officially addicted now. It was amazing. I grabbed some decent vegan dim sums to go and browsed the stalls selling clothes and accessories. Raohe has a more traditional, compacted vibe compared to Shilin, and I loved every second of it. Day 5 reached new heights, literally. I started my morning at Fong Da Coffee. This place is an institution. It's been around since 1956 and is one of the first shops in Taipei to introduce iced coffee. The vibe is super nostalgic and they are famous for their old school siphon brewing method. But I promise you honestly, I had a cup. And to be real, it was just average. Nothing special. I even bought some ground coffee to take home, hoping I could brew it better myself. But that was just average too. It's a cool piece of history, but if you're a specialty coffee snob, lower your expectations a bit. Later, I shook off the caffeine disappointment and walked over Dihua Street. This is the oldest street in Taipei, dating back to the 1850s. Walking here feels like stepping back in time. It's the heart of Taipei's traditional Chinese medicine and dried goods trade. The air smells like spices and herbs, and the shops are endless, selling everything from candies to dried fruits. Amidst the traditional shops, I stumbled upon a small stall selling vegan cakes. Now, these were incredible, moist, sweet, and well, they didn't last long. I think I inhaled all of them in the blink of an eye. After that sugar rush, I needed something to wash it down. I found Wang Tea Lab. This isn't your grandma's tea house. It's a super modern tea bar created by Wang Tea, a brand that has been making tea here since 1890. They are literally mixing century-old tradition with modern tech. I tried a variant of the oolong tea and it was amazing. It was so good I grabbed a box of tea bags to take home. And unlike the coffee this morning, this souvenir was a 10 on 10. Finally, for dinner, I headed to the holy grail of dumplings, Din Tai Fung. This place is Michelin recognized and world famous. But here's the reality check. I didn't have a reservation, and the wait for the table was impossible. So, pro tip, if you can't get a seat, get takeaway. I placed my order, waited about 30 minutes, which is nothing compared to dine-in queue, and took the goods back to my hotel. Back at the hotel, it was time to feast. First, the bows. The dough was incredibly fluffy, like eating a cloud, and the stuffing was packed with flavor. Then, the fried rice. You know it's good when every single grain is separated and coated perfectly. It's simple but technically perfect. And finally, the famous dim sums. Perfectly steamed, bursting with flavor, even as takeaway, they lived up to the hype. It was an amazing end to the day. Day 6 was a roller coaster of flavors, from average coffee to world class dumplings. Welcome to the final day of my Taipei journey. Today is going to be a long one. I'm heading out of the city to explore the northeast coast, from the famous waterfalls to the mountain villages. I booked a tour through Klook to make the logistics easier since I'm traveling solo. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. Let's go. The tour started at Taipei main station and the bus took me straight into the mountains. The first stop was Shifen Waterfall. It was a bit of a trek from the parking lot, about a 15-20 minute walk. But the suspension bridges and nature along the way are beautiful. And then you see this. Often called the Little Niagara of Taiwan, this is the widest waterfall in the country. The sheer power of the water crashing down into the Kilang River is breathtaking. Standing here with the mist hitting my face, I really felt the raw power of nature. Next, I headed to Shifen Old Street. This place is famous for one thing, the sky lanterns. What makes it unique is that the old railway lines run right through the middle of the street, so you're literally standing on the tracks. I decided to participate in the tradition. You choose a lantern color based on your wish: red for health, yellow for money, pink for romance. It costs about 200 New Taiwan dollar. I took some time to write down my wishes for the coming year. And then, the moment of truth. I was so lucky. My lantern had a perfect flight, soaring straight up in the clouds. There is something so magical about watching your hopes float up into the sky. From Shifen, I hopped onto a train to the place I was most excited about, Houtong Cat Village. This used to be a coal mining town, but today it's famous for its four-legged residents. This is literally a village run by cats. I am freaking out right now. There are cats everywhere. As an animal lover, this is absolute paradise. The cats here are so chill and friendly, they just own the place. I actually filmed a full, dedicated video just exploring this village and meeting the cats. If you want to see that cuteness overload, click the I button on the top right corner right now. The final stop was the legendary Jiufen Old Street. Nestled in the mountains, this former gold mining hub is a maze of narrow alleyways, tea houses, and red lanterns. It's super touristy, filled with shops selling souvenirs you can find in Taipei, but the setting makes it totally different. The view from up here is insane. I could see all the way out to the ocean. You cannot come to Jiufen without eating this. I went to Agan Eat Taro Balls, a Michelin rated spot. I got the taro and sweet potato balls in warm, sweet soup. The texture is what the Taiwanese called cube, perfectly chewy and bouncy. Sitting there, eating this warm soup, it was pure comfort. As the sun sets on day 7, my time in Taipei has come to an end. Looking back, this trip was about so much more than just sightseeing. It was about the kindness of strangers who helped me when I was lost. It was about the blend of tradition and modernity, from the chaotic energy of the night markets to the silence of the temples. Taipei has a heartbeat that is all its own. To this beautiful city and its amazing people, thank you for the memories. I am leaving with a full heart and a promise to return. If you enjoyed this series, please hit that like button, share it with your travel buddies, and subscribe for more adventures. This is Hardik, signing off from Taiwan. See you in the next one.